Hey, Teddywinkle, guess what?
What's that, Pim Pim?
I'm going to Sydney.
Yeah, so am I.
No, you're not. Just me, because the Sydney Comedy Festival said, hey, Pim Pim, you are the best, and we want you to come.
No, they said that they want the Silly Story Spectacular to come.
What? I thought it was just me.
No, it's all of us, and tickets are on sale now.
Oh dear, I better go buy some for my mummy. She needs to come see me do my performing.
Oh yeah, I might get some for my friends as well. All right, I'm going to go.
Yeah, me too. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
One day, two kids named Eden and Boston were sitting at their house. Now, they had been cleaning up their room and it was finally perfectly tidy. All right, Boston, what should we do next? Said Eden. I don't know, said Boston. They were looking around the house trying to find something else to play with, when all of a sudden they heard the doorbell. Ding dong! Who's that? Said Eden. I don't know, said Boston. Let's go see. They raced to the door to see what was going on, but when they got there, no one was there. That's strange, said Eden. But there was some kind of box. A box filled with strange tubes. What is this? Said Eden. She pulled one out. Party popper? There's a box full of party poppers, Boston. Oh, that sounds interesting. What are they for? I don't know, said Eden. They took the box through to their room and they started looking at them. Then Boston picked one up to have a closer look. As he was holding it, he could feel some kind of fizzing inside. It seems to be shaking, said Boston. What's it doing? Said Eden. As Boston was holding the party popper, all of a sudden, they looked around the room. What happened? Said Eden. There was all kinds of party decorations everywhere. There were streamers and confetti and balloons and everything. And in the middle of it all was a little orange man with fuzzy orange hair.
Hello. Thank you for releasing me from my party popper.
Excuse me, said Eden. Who are you?
I'm Fizzy Whizzler. I like to fizz and whiz and make a big mess.
They looked around the room. Well, this isn't really a mess, said Eden. It's kind of just set up for a party.
Yes, and now it is party time.
What? Said Boston.
Time to fizz, said Fizzy Whizzler.
As he started fizzing around the room, all the party decorations started getting flicked in every direction. No, said Eden. We've been cleaning all morning. In no time at all, the streamers were shredded, the balloons were popped, and every piece of party decoration was sprayed around the entire room.
Okay, I best be off, said Fizzy Whizzler
as he grabbed the box of party poppers and fizzed out the door. Oh dear, said Eden. Look at our room, said Boston. As they looked around trying to work out what to do, they realised that there was one more party popper that was still in their room. It was on the ground. Uh-oh, said Eden. Quick, grab that one. Boston reached down and grabbed it, and as he was holding it, it's not fizzing, it's doing something different. What do you mean, said Eden. Then, as he was holding it, out popped a little blue man with blue fuzzy hair.
Uh-oh,
said the little blue man. Not again, said Boston.
No, I won't make a mess, he said. My name is Wizzy Fizzler. I think that you may have just met my brother.
Is his name Fizzy Whizzler? Said Eden.
It is. Oh dear, has he destroyed your room?
He's destroyed everything, said Boston. There was some kind of box of party poppers and he popped out of one and now he's just made a giant mess and he ran off with the rest of them.
Uh-oh, said Wizzy Fizzler. Well, we better get to work. Luckily, I think my delivery is on its way.
What delivery? Said Eden. Ding dong, went the doorbell. Boston raced over to the door and opened it. Once again, there was a box full of party poppers.
Uh-oh, there's more of these things. No, they're my ones, said Wizzy Fizzler. Look.
He looked. These party poppers were blue. Oh, and the first box, they were all orange.
Yes, the first box were my brother's, and these are mine. Let's have a look. This looks like your standard, I think 6-year-old party. Can you find one of the poppers that has a 6 on it?
The kids looked, and they found one. I think so. Is it this one? They looked.
Yes, that's a 6. All right. Point it up in the air and twist the bottom, said Wizzy Fizzler.
So Eden held the bottom of it and twisted and out popped some kind of strange blue bubbles. The blue bubbles floated into the air, and then, as they floated around the room, it started to fix all the decorations. They all got put back into the right locations. The balloons were reinflated, the streamers were put back together, and once again, the party looked like an amazing party room.
All right, this room's fixed. We better go find my brother. Let's go, said Wizzy Fizzler as he whizzed out the door. Zoom!
What do we do now, said Eden. Wizzy Fizzler whizzed back in.
Zoom! Come on, are you coming?
Okay, said the kids, but you're really fast.
Oh, yes, hang on.
Wizzy Fizzler pulled out 2 blue wigs.
One for you and one for you.
What do these do, said Boston.
Come on, said Wizzy Fizzler. Wizz!
Okay, I guess we follow him, said Eden, as she went to take off.
Whoa!
She whizzed off as well.
I'm coming too, said Boston. Wizz!
And with that, they all whizzed off down the street.
Where are we going? Yelled Eden. I don't know, said Wizzy Fizzler, but keep following me. I'm coming, yelled Boston.
As they whizzed and fizzed all over the place, all of a sudden they could hear some kind of very, very loud noise.
That sounds like a party. Let's go, said Wizzy Fizzler.
And as they whizzed towards some strange house, they landed in the backyard. When they got there was a giant party. There was inflatable jumping castles, there was a petting zoo, there was all kinds of things. The person who owned the house was standing in the backyard looking around.
Excuse me, said Wizzy Fizzler. Are you having a party?
I didn't think so, said the man. I just heard a pop in my backyard and I came out and all this was here.
Uh-oh. I know that noise.
Then out of nowhere, Fizzy Whizzler fizzed out from behind some bushes and started fizzing all over the party. First he fizzed into the jumping castle and flipped it upside down. Wow, said the kids as they were getting bounced around inside the jumping castle. This is fun. As he continued to fizz around, he fizzed into the petting zoo. As he did, the animals were very confused and he was knocking the feathers off the chickens and he knocked some of the fur off the horse and he even picked up one of the little baby rabbits and was spinning it around on top of his head. And as he took off, the rabbit landed on the ground. As it tried to hop, it was very dizzy. It hopped a little bit sideways and then a little bit sideways, and everything was completely destroyed. Look at my backyard, said the man.
Don't worry, said Wizzy Fizzler. I think we have the fixing one for that. Kids, can you check the box of party poppers and see if there's one that... I think this is probably about a 3-year-old one, but a big 3-year-old one. Look for a big 3, he said.
So the kids looked through the box and they found a popper that had a giant 3 on the front.
That is the one. Okay, pull that party popper.
This one had a string. You hold that bit, Boston. Boston held one end, and I'll pull the string, said Eden. As Eden pulled the string, they looked up. And all of a sudden, raining down from above them was some strange-looking confetti. That confetti's probably going to make more mess, said Eden.
Just watch,
said Wizzy Fizzler. As the confetti came down, it landed on all the party things. But as it landed, it started to sparkle, and then it started to twirl, and then it made a little bit of a whizzing noise. And as it did, everything got flipped back up the right way. The feathers flew back onto the chickens, the bunny could stand up straight again and hop once more, and the horse got all its fur back. In no time at all, the party was completely reset.
It's fixed,
said Wizzy Fizzler. But there's still a party in my backyard, said the man.
Well, said Wizzy Fizzler, do you have friends?
I do.
Why don't you invite them all for a party, said Wizzy Fizzler.
That's a great idea, said the man. I'm going to call them all now.
All right, we better go find my brother. Come on, kids, let's go!
As Wizzy Fizzler whizzed off into the distance, the kids grabbed the box of party poppers and headed off after him. Bye, they said. See ya, said the man. The kids zoomed off too. As they were flying through the sky, they were looking and looking and looking.
We've got to find him. He's got to be around here somewhere, said Wizzy Fizzler.
Keep looking. Then all of a sudden they heard it. Kaboom! What was that? Said Boston.
Uh-oh, said Fizzy Whizzler. I think he used the carnival-sized party popper.
The carnival-sized party popper, said Eden.
Quick, we better go, said
Wizzy Fizzler. They headed off in the direction of the giant explosion, and when they started to get close, what they saw was incredible. There were Ferris wheels and roller coasters and stalls of all kinds. It was like some giant carnival had popped up completely out of nowhere, or completely out of something.
We need to find him! If he takes control of that place, things could get out of control!
The kids and Wizzy Fizzler whizzed down to the middle of the brand new carnival. As they landed, people were starting to come from everywhere. Hey, where did this carnival come from? Oh, I don't know, but it looks like lots of fun. Hey, Mum, can we go? Oh, okay, sure. And people and kids were coming from everywhere to jump inside the carnival. Don't come in, said Boston. Why not? Said one of the ladies. Because. Then out of the middle of the fairy floss machine popped up Fizzy Whistler.
I'm Fizzy Whistler, he said. It's time for me to...
As he was about to take off, Eden jumped out of nowhere. She grabbed hold of him.
No, let go! I'm gonna go!
Fizzy Whistler tried to start to fizz.
Hold on, Eden!
Yelled Wizzy Fizzler.
I'm holding on, she said.
Fizzy Whistler took off into the air, but Eden was still hanging on.
Use your whizzing powers! Okay, she said.
She tried to whiz in the other direction that Fizzy Whistler was trying to fizz.
Hey, stop that, said Fizzy Whistler. You can't stop me. I'm going to make a big mess. No, said Eden. I'm going to make sure you don't.
As they whizzed and fizzed through the air, it was very funny to see, because as they did, sparkles started to appear. It was like something strange was happening. I've got an idea, said Boston. He pulled out one of the party poppers, the biggest one that he could possibly find from the blue box. If I get him with this one, do you think it'll fix it?
I'm sure it will, said Wizzy Fizzler.
Let's go! So Wizzy Fizzler and Boston flew up into the air while Eden was still wrestling with Fizzy Whistler in the sky.
Please let me destroy everything, said Fizzy Whistler.
No, said Eden. I've got it, said Boston. Trust me, let him go. Okay, said Eden. She let go, and Fizzy Whistler went to zoom off in a different direction when fireworks started blasting out of the party popper that Boston was holding. Wow, said Fizzy Whistler. But these fireworks were different kinds of fireworks. Instead of exploding into big explosions, they exploded into tiny little bubbles, and the little bubbles attached themselves to Fizzy Whistler until they had made a giant bubble around the outside of him, and he was completely trapped inside.
Let me out!
But no matter how hard he fizzed from side to side, he could not get out of the bubble. The people were all so excited. They loved the fireworks bubble display that had just exploded above them, but now they wanted to play at the carnival. Hooray! Cheered all the people as they started to go in. Hey, look, all the rides here are free, and so's all the food. This is amazing. The people were all so happy. They started to go on all the rides and have so much fun at the carnival. It was the most exciting thing that had happened in the town in a very long time. As the kids slowly came back to the ground, their dad was there waiting. Hey, kids, look, there's a carnival. I don't know where it came from, do you? Well, said the kids, I don't think you'd believe us, even if we told you. And that is the end of the story.
This episode is brought to you by Fizzy Whistler's party-producing Party Poppers. Do you need to produce a party in 2 seconds flat? Well, don't worry with all those decorations and all the organizing and all those things. Just get a Fizzy Whistler party-producing Party Popper. But just make sure you enjoy the party before I come and destroy it all. Hee hee, this has been me, Fizzy Whistler.
And me, Sam. We'll see you soon. Silly Stories for Kids is only possible thanks to the support of our listeners. If you want to help us make more stories, music, books, live shows, and so much more, head over to sillystoriesforkids.com and join the family.